Mhm.
Listen, actually, I don't need to know your information just because this movie has a lot of people in it from Power Rangers. Anyway, so what do you have to? So let's ignore what that weird dude said, and let's get on with this review.
So, what was the movie called?
You picked it,
And we watched it on what, Prime or the movie?
Netflix.
Netflix. Oh my God.
You picked
What
it.
was it? Something Actually.
The royal treatment.
Yeah, Love Actually. Pretty Woman. It had a lot of movie genres in it.
So anyway, it stars Laura Milano un spazio italiano mi voglio. Why not? It's no more cartoony than her accent in this.
Which was. She didn't always have her accent.
It's like she went through like 4 accents in this movie.
I don't know.
She
Maybe
went
maybe it was different days she
hard,
filmed.
first it was her regular voice. Then she was a very Italiano, you know what I mean?
When she got mad. Okay, so
Then
she worked. Let's just go.
then after that, then she was talking like someone from Brooklyn, like from the Bronx, like from New York.
Well, it was in New York.
Oh, and then some of the time she kind of sounded a little flickant, like she was a Jewish, you know.
I didn't get that.
You didn't?
Whatever.
Okay.
Okay, we both get our own
So
things.
she works at
She
so
works at her mom's beauty salon. She's a hairdresser,
she works
and
at the
she's the
Chatterbox
best
with
one.
Fran Drescher's friends.
She doesn't work at the
That's
Chatterbox.
a nanny reference. Keep going.
It was Belle something.
Bellas or whatever, or
So
Bellows.
she stops at the bakery. She gives the kids in the neighborhood toys, candy, bakery. Gives
No, she gives adults bakery baked goods. It's
then the
later on
kids, and that she
in Europe.
the kids too.
In Europe,
In the States, she was giving things to the kids as she went by.
pretty sure she just had that box of pastries.
She had a bag.
It was a whatever.
You could go back and watch it.
So anyway, she hangs out. Anyway, she hangs out with or she meets this African American guy right before he high fives children of divorce. So then at the, do you want to know what that's
What?
referring to?
No. So then what happens is
She reads a tabloid magazine that the prince of,
Lovenia. Yeah,
was it the,
Lovenia.
I'm wondering if it's near Genovia. Anyway, oh,
Slovakia.
anyway,
Slovenia. Lovenia.
Lavania, New Zealand. So, it's like the second movie we've reviewed this year that has involved a movie taking place in Australia.
But this is New Zealand.
The other
It's
one,
not
the other one was A Perfect Pairing.
good.
You don't remember that one?
Yes, I do. That
Okay.
was with wine.
hmm So anyway, she rushes over to the hair salon because
Smoking.
the microwave caught on fire because even though she
Because they
had
ran
written
the
it down,
hairdresser or hair dryer and curling iron and all of this stuff.
so anyway, even though she wrote it down not to do all 3 of those things, her mother, some other lady, and
Her grandmother.
oh, and 2 other women.
Two other weird.
The
They
Yeah,
were friends. They were
I guess they were
characters.
taking time off from an '80s aerobicized video or
Wow.
something.
Perfect Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
New York accents.
Hmm. Whatever.
I don't do a good New York accent.
So anyway, she has to say it again what her sign says. Do not run the microwave when you have the hair dryers and the curling irons and everything else going on.
So then after that, then there's some landlord
No, representative of the landlord.
yeah, the representative of the landlord. Um,
He gets $2,000 out of her to fix it.
yeah,
And that was her money that she placed under the globe because she wanted to travel.
he's going to be on his way to shut down a rec center nearby. Break-in.
Whatever.
Or break into. So anyway, then some rich prince, um, his his butler assistant doesn't
Calls.
makes a mistake and calls Bella's as opposed to Bellows or something, or Bellies or whatever.
Yeah.
And offers $500,
$500
and
for
she's
a
like,
haircut.
"Well, that's a little low, but okay." And we later found out that that hair place was gonna that the hair place we were gonna call was gonna charge $700.
Hmm. Because they do all the big shots.
Mm.
Especially if I have people come over. Anyway, back to the movie.
What? That has nothing to do with anything. Okay, so his assistant, and apparently a lot of people in this movie were famous on Power Rangers, so I guess that's why Actual Lee keeps interrupting us.
Oh well.
So anyway, she takes her
scissors, she takes her cape,
she takes a
everything.
bus, right?
Train, sub.
No, she was going to take a subway back.
No, she took the sub there, and if she made the money, she was going to take the sub back also.
Say subway. What do you?
Subway,
Why do you
whatever.
keep saying the sub? Trying to be hip with the kids, yo.
Let's just keep going.
So anyway, she finds it very. She finds it very rude about how when
They treat the help.
yeah they treat the maid like very very impolite and very not good. You know what I mean?
He didn't ask for tea, but the lady assistant thought he would want tea.
I thought she was a maid.
Who was the lady that taught them to cut, 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 cut?
I thought that was his mother.
No, his mother died.
You're seeing this, people.
What? Where did you?
So
get
I
his
don't
mother?
know. So I don't.
She was an assistant that took care of the help.
Okay, fine.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying I thought that was his mother because
No.
why else would some adult lady hang out with this dude or hang out with this prince?
Because she did wardrobe with him and she took care of the help.
So
what fun.
So anyway, Laura Morano's character. What? If she can switch accents, so can I. I'm talking to the audience, not you.
I know, but I'm
Dang
next
it.
to you. Why you got
So
to yell
anyway-
right next to me?
So anyway, she finds it very rude. She anyway,
She finds it very rude, and she puts him on this.
she cuts like a few things of hair, like that's it. So then, these aren't real scissors, people, and if they are, they're dull. So
Take it the hell back.
So anyway, so she
So then
she walks home.
back
She walks
to
back,
the shop.
and
There's a 20-minute subway, and she walked
train, whatever.
And she walked all the way back.
And the prince walks back and is like, "Here's $500. Can you give me a haircut?" And she's like, "Seat 4." Then we find out
She
that
didn't want to do it.
then we find out that apparently wherever this country is, she can
Slovenia.
speak a little. He can speak a little Italian, although it's rusty.
Yeah.
And kind of stereotypical Italian. You've got the old lady who's like, "Eat! You need to eat! You're nothing but skin and bones."
You're too skinny.
I'm
And then she starts playing the music.
I'm I'm base. I'm base. My knowledge of Italians is Everybody Loves Raymond. People.
Hmm. Okay.
You don't remember Marie trying to feed all the time and cook?
Yes. Yes.
So because she did so good, they want to fly her to.
Well, they take the business cards, and then she finds out that he's getting married, and he makes a paper arrangement to pay her 50,000 if her and two of her hairstylists come and do the makeup and the hair for the wedding.
Yeah, and
I thought they were really going to do a bad job on the bride.
what is the movie I was uh
Oh, you said it
The Prince of
yesterday.
Me?
Yeah.
That's what this movie kind of reminded me of. It reminded me of The Prince and Me, maybe with a little bit of Monte Carlo or the Lizzie McGuire movie in it.
Mm.
So, so what happened? So, okay, what else happened? What
So
happened?
then they fly over,
Um,
and her mom is homesick away from her
this kind of
because their dad
this is
died,
it's kind of like
her husband.
reverse. This kind of like reverse Cinderella of the Caribbean, where she gets put into her own separate room, which is pretty good.
Mhm. And
Um,
then they're called downstairs, and they are supposed to show what they can do with three volunteers, which I don't think they were volunteers, but she was taking care of the men's
there's
hair,
one guy
so
that
she
has a
had,
huge beard.
yeah,
He looks like Zach Galifianakis, kind of,
okay,
or Travis Kelsey.
I was gonna get to that, yeah. So
And then there's two. How can I put this kindly?
two housekeepers, maids,
Yeah,
whatever.
two female employees. So the two girls, the two, not Laura Morano, but the two girls are like, makeover time. So the one that has like colored strands in her hair, she gave that lady strands, and then there's another one who her hair is kind of like all like
Hoofed up on top.
it's like a honeycomb kind of.
Yeah, I think they get it.
It's kind of like this, like a honeycomb. That's what she gave her, and I'm like,
You thought they looked exactly like them.
yeah, I was like, well, especially with that honeycomb hair, I was like, was that ever considered attractive?
Yeah, I guess. The taller you can make it.
Oh, I haven't seen this movie, but based on the promos, it reminds me of Princess Diaries 2.
Hmm.
So you kind of can guess about this, especially when you find out that the princess and the prince don't see eye to eye and really aren't looking forward to marrying each other,
Right.
or if I were to guess, marrying.
It was the princess said it first.
Hmm.
The prince finds out that it was a financial arrangement. He knew that it was an arranged marriage, but finds
Skipping
out
ahead right now.
you already discussed that they didn't want to get married. That's towards the end.
That's like by the hour mark. You're talking about like after they break up.
No, he finds out before they break up.
Pretty sure it's after.
So anyway, the main character, she goes into town and
Goes on the wrong side of the tracks.
yeah,
Literally.
yeah, that's you're not supposed to go to that side, but it's almost like where she grew up.
And it's kind of meant to be like the poor
Hmm.
side.
Hmm.
Looks better than some poor areas in the US. Maybe it's because it was all rock or stone or something, but it's like it could have looked worse. I mean, technically they're not homeless,
Right.
at least that I can gather.
Yep, they lived in small apartments.
Hmm.
Well, you only saw the window with mom or grandma looking out, so And then when she saw the school and but so she went during the day to do that stuff and then
And then at night she went back.
right, and then he went with her. And she came up with the idea. That's when I think she went into the girls' school. She's like, "Oh, do you want to see where I sit in class?" And they just like sit on the floor on pillows or something.
So then she ends up buying a bunch of toys.
No, she doesn't. She acted like a Goodwill. New, used, and gently used. If you don't need them anymore, drop them off at the guardhouse for the needy
I
children.
thought she said she bought some.
She bought 3 things to take home to the 3 kids in the US.
Yeah, there was like one that was like this or something that she didn't even know what it was.
No, she didn't know what they were,
Yeah.
but they soon found out.
Oh, meanwhile, it's about time we should get back to those two girls. Here's their subplot.
They were so tired they could not go out.
They needed no, before that, they needed
know.
to learn, they needed to like make their
Strengthen their hands.
strengthen their fingers so that way they could cut. So they did this for a
But then they
scene.
were like down and up and down and up. Yeah. So when she came back from town and she wanted to go back into town to see what the nightlife was,
They were like, yeah, that's not a good
"No, we
idea.
can't."
So
No,
then
they couldn't because they were so fatigued their hands.
so then the older assistant says, "Well, why don't you take the go with her?
Why don't you take the girl with her?
No, why don't you go with her if
Oh,
you're so scared about her safety?"
it's getting dark out and it looked light out.
So then it gets into so you can tell there is starting to be a relationship. You can tell
They were flirty.
then what is the thing that happens? There's something that happens where a picture gets taken. This is where it reminded me of Princess Diaries.
Oh,
And at that point,
the
she's
mother of the bride.
yeah, the mother of the bride is
She
like
was wicked because she had money and yeah.
she's kind of like that she's kind of like the Mary Gross character from Troop Beverly Hills, you know, just like taking photos out of context to like get her in trouble.
Yeah, get him in the straight and narrow.
Hmm. So
And they were
then
going to buy the land that the lower income people were living, and it didn't sound like they were going to build something for them. It sounded like they were going to build either stores or condos or something, get a resort going or whatever. And then
and it's
he
like don't they own a
became,
bunch of land?
yeah, going towards the castle.
They're on tons of I'm sorry, this is Europe. They're on tons of hectares. Couldn't they just build something on that property?
I don't know.
The castle wasn't huge.
No, 900 room or what did he say it was? 90 rooms or something.
I think
You know
they
how much
said
it costs to heat?
I think they said it's like I think they said it's like 9,000 hallways or something.
It was a lot of hallways. The 2 girls kept getting lost
So then
because they were late.
what happens at the store that Laura Morano sees her mother or at the salon place? It's like something of like they're gonna be shut down or fire or something.
Yeah, there was a fire that they can't redo. They
Mhm.
don't have the money.
Ugh, I
But
don't.
you skipped.
What did I skip?
You skipped where she was asked to leave because of the pictures.
Okay, she decides to leave because
No,
of
she
the
was
picture.
asked to leave.
Okay.
She didn't decide. She was kind of told.
Now it's what a girl wants with Amanda Bynes and Colin Firth, I want to say.
That was her real dad.
Mm-hmm.
That was in England.
London town governor.
Okay, what a yeah.
I'm gonna have to put in so many disclaimers that I'm not racist in this one. Because I'm offending so many countries and cultures. I'm sorry, people. So
Good of you to say.
then
You're almost at the end, so you're gonna just say the whole thing?
I'm not going to say the whole thing. I'm just going to say that one of the reveals reminds me of the movie Joy with Jennifer Lawrence.
Not sure if I follow. But that was before where you're at. When she gave the $2,000, okay?
No, this is afterwards when she finds out.
Right.
It's toward the end of the
with
movie.
the fire, she actually calls the landlord.
Mm-hmm.
And she finds out that he's a swindler, which she kind of knew.
Okay,
That
spoil that.
he was paid to rewire the place, what, years and years and years ago.
But he never did, and whenever they would give him the money to rework it, he would just pocket it and keep it for himself.
Yep. So the boss,
Didn't they call the cops?
no,
Okay.
the boss was not happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what reminded
Okay.
me of Joy, people.
Yep.
So, and then the movie ends in animation.
Yeah. They go through different parts of the movie and the characters.
No,
and
it's the
everything.
after. It's the endings. Or what happens, like the store gets rebuilt. One of them,
Oh, you're talking.
the lady
Okay.
the lady opens a handbag store for dogs. And you
Dog
thought
purses. Yeah.
and you thought costumes for dogs was dumb.
Well, this is so a lady can carry her dog into the store.
I thought
It's
it
like
was
a purse for.
I thought it was small purses for dogs to
No,
like have on
no,
their side. Okay.
Because she showed one, it was like that.
That's still dumb.
No, a lot of people do that. That's why you're seeing more signs that say, guide dogs okay, pets no.
Paris Hilton did it. It's technically stupid by default.
Okay, whatever.
So,
So would you suggest people see this?
yeah, I guess I would. I would also say do it drinking game clear of water every time Laura Morano's accent changes.
Which is every conversation.
And okay, here's the thing.
I can't do it forever, so I can't even do it.
Here's
so.
the thing. Why didn't she just talk in her regular voice in this movie?
I don't know. I don't know.
And if you needed to get someone Italian from the East Coast, get Snooki instead or something.
Oh God, it's too old for that. Oh my God. Anyway,
It would have been hilarious.
it was funny in parts. Okay.
One more thing. I don't remember what character Laura Morano plays, but one of her friends in the movie or coworkers is named Lauren, and it's like, man, this is some lazy writing.
I thought you said the bride's name was Lauren.
Or no, I think I said one of the.
Oh,
maybe I
okay,
said one of
whatever.
these.
That's fine.
You picked this movie. Would you recommend it?
I thought it was okay.
Okay.
If you could keep up with the accents, you're doing good.
Join us next time when we're gonna take a beating.
Oh no.
Quick.
Why? Hurry up, I want that big light out.
What? Lee, the review is over. Will you please stop filling up will you please stop filling up my videos by saying whatever you know about Power Rangers? Please stop it before I get sued.